See, we can do great works with our hands, but it becomes voided by what comes out of our mouth. Interestingly, the opposite is not true. If our hands do harm, but what comes out of our mouth is repentance and contrition, things can be restored. This paradox that is our mouth has seemed to have become highlighted or amplified in most recent times. How many of you can log on to social media and immediately get upset? You can just kind of wave your hand out the window or something. Yeah. In fact, one of the things I've started to try to do is not look at social media first thing in the morning. I don't want to start my day that way. I like to refer to it as everybody is 10 feet tall and bulletproof when they're behind a keyboard. And that can be very daunting. That can be quite alarming. It can cause you great anger. When I was growing up, if you ran your mouth, you had to meet somebody behind Mr. Donuts in downtown Grove City and you had to settle it. That's not the case today. Everyone goes to jail. Your mouth can get you into quite a bit of trouble. And it's very hard today when you can never confront that. And it becomes a challenge that we're facing in our culture, in our society. And how many of you, again, you can just kind of raise your hand out your window. Have you noticed people are a little more irritable than they used to be? People are getting a little tired of staying in their house and not having a normal schedule and things constantly changing. And they don't want to be vaccinated, or they want to be vaccinated, or they don't want to wear a mask, or they want to wear a mask. And everyone's upset. Everybody's got an opinion. And so when we go to the grocery store, we're just not as nice as we used to be. I was going to say, let me stop preaching, but I guess I'm actually here to preach. So let me give you some statistics. When you are the age of 2, your average vocabulary is around 300 words. Age 5, 5,000 words. Age 12, 12,000 words. By age 18, you have around 15,000 words. By 25, you have over 23,000 words. There are obviously many factors in development of vocabulary. Obviously, the main one is your age. But there's a lot of things that play into it, right? Your friends, how well you do in school, the language that's spoken at home, TV shows you watch, books you read, all play major factors in the development of one's language and growth of vocabulary. So obviously, the more you mature, the greater your vocabulary grows. If we take that a step further, the older we get, the more our mouth can cause others pain, because we've learned new words. However, with maturity and faith, our language starts to change in a different way. Because our thoughts and our actions no longer are about selfish internal things. They start to become about kingdom things. Our prayer life starts to grow. We start talking with other people of faith. And we hear their stories. And we understand how God works in their lives. And it begins to change the way that we view things. and the way that our inner thoughts work. So then the words that come out of our mouth will start leaning towards the praise side rather than the cursing side. It's a pretty simple test. Take that person, that pillar of example and faith that you have in your life. Do you recall them gossiping? Do you recall them talking about other people behind their back? Do you recall them making fun of others? Do you recall them engaging in any of that type of stuff?